second is like it. Love others as you love yourself. So the question is, do you love? I mean, do you really live the definition of love? Are you patient? Are you kind? Do you celebrate in the blessings of others? Are you humble? Have you died to self? Are you slow to anger? Do you keep no record of wrongs? Do you always protect? Always trust? Always hope? Always persevere? This is what it means to love, the way God intended. So the question remains, do you love?
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device at David G. Evans 1, at David G. Evans, the number 1. We're so honored you took the time to join us. Won't you like and subscribe? And most of all, share with those that are in your feed, your personal feed. Invite them to join this conversation as we talk about a variety of subjects from faith to politics, culture, religion, biblical themes. We cover a wide range, but always from a kingdom perspective, always from a biblical perspective. So I'm so glad and we're honored that you took the time or taken the time to join us. Like I said, share with your friends, tag a few people, tell them to join the conversation. They won't be sorry. Our number, toll free, because we want to talk to you, 866-743-8267, 867-826-7867 Evans. You can give us a call as we talk about a variety of subjects today. Of course, joining us once again is our world-famous co-host, Reverend Nicholas A. Smith. Hey, man.
Good morning, good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Can y'all turn this down just a little bit in my ears?
Well, it's too loud in yours?
Yeah, mine, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, so it's
Thank you.
it's been a busy week in the news, world events, both in the world of politics, sports, culture.
Yeah.
I know one of your favorite times of the year is coming up with the Super Bowl, and
3 more weeks, I think.
yeah, I couldn't have told you how many weeks we had, but I knew you knew.
I know. Championships games tomorrow.
Yeah?
It'll be good.
Who's playing tomorrow?
The Ravens and the Chiefs and
Okay.
the Lions and the 49ers.
So I understand that Lamar Jackson had that's his name, right?
From Baltimore, yeah.
Yeah, that he had a incredible quote, and he said, "How's that for a running back?"
Yep, yep. They keep dismissing him.
Why? They're winning.
I know they're winning, but because it's for those who are in the traditional mode.
Yeah, but those are not the dominant quarterbacks anymore.
Nah, not as much. Unless you're a Brady or something like that, you're not a.
Yeah, but he's a passing era.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
standstill, can't move quarterback is.
Not like it used to be.
No.
You have to be in rarefied air.
Yeah, you're talking about Jaworski, those guys that didn't respect anybody, didn't get their head knocked off. So.
Yeah. But Lamar's known for his running skills, but
Yeah.
also known for his ability to get out there.
He's throwing better,
and
obviously.
throw the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, because strength of arm has never been the issue.
No. But I mean, every quarterback that comes in, whether you're a pocket,
You gotta
passer,
develop.
this or that, you got it.
Got to develop.
Very rarely do they come in the first
Yeah.
year or two
No, you got to
and
develop.
smoke the place out.
Got to develop.
You know, Patrick Mahomes is like a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
That's rarefied.
And I also think they had a nurturing system for him.
Oh yeah, because Andy Reid knows how to develop quarterbacks.
Yeah, he didn't put him in positions where he was going to fail.
Yeah, no, he knows how to work with him. He's a QB whisperer, as they say.
Yeah. Now he may not be the best game day guy, but he's
gotten
better.
He's gotten better.
He used to be so stubborn.
Yeah.
He would just keep running the same play and keep
Yeah.
failing and failing. I'm like, yo, Doc, it's halftime.
Yeah.
Make an adjustment.
Yeah, he's gotten.
His
a
adjustment
lot.
was, okay, we ran it left on the first half. We're going to run it right on the
Right.
second half, see if that works. But
Yeah.
I'm glad he's gotten better.
Yeah, and again, it helps when you're a quarterback because once in a generation.
Yeah. It ain't all him. Mahomes is a bad dude.
Yeah. But it's going to be a fun. One thing I am glad about too is Lamar's not your traditional looking quarterback.
Okay.
From his
In what sense?
way he presents, he's a very
Okay.
quiet,
Okay.
respectful,
Yeah.
but he looks like he's from the hood,
Yeah. Well, he is.
and he is from the hood.
Yeah.
And his coach told him, like, look, there's going to be a lot of kids that are going to see you. You look
Right.
just like them.
Right.
And they're going to be inspired by you. He doesn't
Right.
get in any trouble.
Now.
He has no legal stuff.
Yeah. He's gotten straightened out.
Oh, yeah, but that was like college
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
got
But, like,
straightened
since he's been in the league, he has no issues.
No.
No.
Okay.
He's been calm. He's been quiet,
Okay.
respectful,
Okay.
mild-mannered.
Yeah.
But he's always been mild-mannered.
Yeah.
But he marketability, they want you to look like
has
this.
increased.
Yeah,
Yes,
but you start to see that.
Yeah, they're going to overlook his visuals,
Yeah,
and but everybody has something that can be attacked. So that's just the way things are.
yeah, and got started, but I get presentation matters, and especially in a certain context.
Marketing, it matters.
When you're an athlete, you have a little more wiggle room because you're an athlete. It's not like you're a preacher and you got to
Yeah,
walk around
yeah,
wearing,
yeah.
whatever. But from a wider perspective,
Yeah.
anything that looks African, black,
Yeah,
is considered.
he's very ethnic looking.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're more European looking,
Yeah, he's
it's
ethnic.
better.
Yeah, he's better.
It's-
He's ethnic looking, which gives him another hurdle.
yeah, and it's going to be another, yeah. Now, mind you, other people can all of a sudden get dreads and braids.
Well,
and
yeah,
it's
that's
acceptable.
That's
and
different. Yeah, that's
you
different.
know,
Yeah,
you know. They get that and fine. And
that's the inequity of what appeals to the American public.
there you go. Yeah. Sorry.
But at the end of the day, they like to win.
Oh yeah.
So it's I'm going to be interested to see. You think he's going to MVP this year? They're going
Yep.
to think so?
He's going to be a second one, which is rare too for somebody to have two of them in their lifetime.
Okay.
It's going to be a second
Well,
one.
how many did Brady have?
Brady has, I think, 4 or 5. I think.
Okay.
But yeah, most only get one. But
And I understand he talks to Brady.
I think he's
Okay.
connected. Yeah.
Okay.
People like him. Like you said, they look at his looks. He's got tats. He look like he's
Yeah.
from but he's a very mild-mannered,
Okay.
calm, cordial person.
Okay. 866-743-8267-866-74 Evans. Give us a call. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. Live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device at David G. Evans 1. Like us, subscribe to us, hit that notification button so you won't miss a moment of our great conversations. And we need you to share with all your followers, those on your feed, and invite them to join the conversation also. They will not be disappointed. I'm Bishop David G. Evans. This is Pastor Nick Smith. Our lines are beginning to light up. We've got Scott from Vineland, New Jersey, and we're looking for some others to jump on. Some of you like to listen for a while. But so from the faith side, I think it might be worthwhile just to throw it out so people can kind of get with this. I'm having conversations with pastors around the country, and it's been something that's been recurrent as far as I've been concerned. And that I've heard from not just a few pastors, but a lot of them, especially in my generation. And now I'm seeing it in the younger generation, which is why I think there's so much. I think there's so much desire to appeal to a market, to present the church as something other than the church, as if our identity is not enough to appeal. And what I'm hearing over and over again, I'm taking a long way around on this, is that a lot of people have lost faith in the gospel and the ability for the gospel to apply to multiple generations, to the point that sometimes it looks like the gospel is taking second place to appealing to a culture in a way that does not lead them to Christ, just leads them to a building. I was talking to a pastor the other day, and he said he was talking to some younger guys in his area, and he said that the young guys told him to his face, "It's my job to rack and stack." And I didn't know what that meant. I asked him for interpretation. Rack meant get the people in the building, and stack meant get the money. But that's not ministry.
No. Two things.
Okay.
It's a newer version of what we saw, some of what the older generation did.
Okay.
They just knew how to present it more clean.
Okay.
And not everybody, but you know some that were racking and stacking.
Yeah.
But they didn't call it that.
No.
They didn't make it look as demonstrative.
Okay.
They were fleecing people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The other side is, to me, it seems like building a crowd is more important than building disciples.
Yeah, that's not what that's. To me, they're synonymous.
Yeah.
You know, God gives you people to disciple them.
Yeah.
But I think your motive cannot be just to get the people. Because, I was also in a conversation last week, and the guy said that a pastor told him his job was not transforming people's lives. It's not my job to try to transform.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what is his job? He said, well, that discipling thing is not what he's concerned about.
Yeah. Because the crowd is the sign of success, not the discipleship.
Okay.
And this is what they do. We've heard it with pastors lately, younger and older. Their thing always is, well, look at how many people were in the building.
Right.
And they use the crowd size to justify. And we have crowd. I'm not against crowd. I'm not speaking against crowd.
No, because we have and haven't.
Yeah. You can do a wrong thing and a lot of people show up.
True.
And the crowd doesn't determine if what you did was right or wrong.
And then I'm wondering, are people being, quote unquote, are they getting saved, or are they simply joining an organization?
In some contexts, joining the organization is the glory.
Okay.
Saying I'm a part of, like I was watching a documentary on Hillsong, New York.
Okay.
When they were at their height.
Yeah. And
a lot of them their focus was, I'm a member of this church, not the discipleship, not the growth,
the hype.
And they created it in such a way, how can I say this, to make it feel like it's exclusive to go here. They had a red carpet, what are the things called? The ropes.
The ropes, yeah.
To make it look like.
Okay, you're going into a very special place.
Yes.
Okay.
So, just saying I'm a part of this.
And we have had that part, but I think the difference may have been with us, and I'm ready to be corrected on this, is that we have and have had historically the glitz, but the discipleship has been the main focus of what we did.
Yes.
Not just getting them excited, but teaching them about the Lord, teaching them about their destiny, teaching them about purpose. And I actually heard a pastor say that one of his sons criticized him and said, "Why are you still talking about purpose?" Could it be, Pastor Nick, that perhaps some of the men and women who are responsible for teaching and preaching to God's people don't have the ability to correctly, biblically address the culture that God has presented to us as the opportunity for people to get saved.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to do it. You can't see what you can't preach what you can't see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to actually work.
Oh yeah.
You can't just throw a sermon together the night before.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And I don't think a lot of that is going on.
Yeah. You got to build towards.
Yeah.
And have the patience to preach something for a couple months to watch a cultural shift rather than just one Sunday.
Absolutely.
And I'm mad nobody changed.
Well, and because what happens, I believe, is if you do that, what I call drop preaching, I'm dropping on this week, dropping on this week, all you do is keep the enthusiasm up. And maybe maybe it's just the enthusiasm where we want passion and purpose at the same time.
Yeah.
And growth.
Yeah.
In the individuals. And if that doesn't happen, then we feel like we're not succeeding.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, we've all witnessed a church that's smaller, healthy, church that's bigger, unhealthy, church that's big, healthy, church that's smaller, unhealthy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter.
To me, the health of the church is just as important as the growth of the church.
Absolutely.
And but again, if the premise is rack and stack, I really don't care about.
Well, then we've slipped into the hireling piece.
Yeah.
And the book clearly says that hirelings walk away from a flock very easily, which is an indictment even on some people that I know.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, we've got Scott from Vinyl, we've got Tom from Fort Lauderdale. Excuse our tangential conversation there. And we've got Robin from Bear. Let's go to Scott. Good morning, Scott. How you doing?
Bishop Evans, Pastor Nick, what's happening?
All right, man. How you this morning?
Good. Hey, Pastor Nick.
Yes, sir.
Bishop did a good job holding the fort down while
course.
you were away, man. He was going solo all the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Had to come out of retirement,
Right.
Scott.
oh yeah. What do they say? Dad, you say, but bring you out of the bullpen.
Yeah, man. I'm in the book. Yeah, man. It was just one of them things, you know. I had to start thinking again.
Yeah.
But good having you back, Pastor Nick.
Yes,
Bishop,
sir.
always good joy talking to both
Sure,
you guys.
sure.
Real quick, you were on the sports tip, but Chiefs, our beloved Sixers, it seemed like, again, these 4 players that they brought in for the Harden are working out. But my question to you guys is, I don't think they need a superstar. Do you think the trade deadline is February 8th? I think if we just bring in a role player, but what do you guys feel about bringing a superstar in versus a role player?
I think it all depends on chemistry.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised, and then I wasn't surprised the other night when Embiid decided to, show the world that yes, Wembanyama is the new kid on the block, but I'm still one of the guys.
He's the reigning MVP.
Yeah, but
Yes,
but you know, we need that kind of effort a lot. I know he can't do it every night.
Yeah.
But we can expect 40 out of him every night if he's the guy.
Yeah.
You know, we expect 35 out of him every night. But I understand he did up 70.
Yeah, 72. Yeah, 72. Yeah.
It was like water coming out of a spigot. He made it look easy.
Did he make it look easy?
Yes, I think within like 37 minutes or something like that.
I think he was inspired.
Yeah. And Luka came out, was it last night? And scored 73, the guy from Dallas.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did that, Pastor Nick, and then a
think it was
dude
last night.
I think the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns, put up 62. So I'm like, what's this, a domino effect?
No,
But,
no. Look, man. Let me tell you what's happening. This young boy has put the whole league on notice, and nobody wants to be shown up by him. They're all coming out with their game now because there's no doubt that San Antonio has a gem in their hands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if he can stay healthy.
And he's got the right coach.
Yeah. And he's improving his game each time they play.
He's got the right coach down.
Yeah.
And obviously he's listening too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They say after
Greg,
9 o'clock. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Coach Popovich definitely woke up a sleeping giant. No, he's always got a blah, blah, blah. He said something. He poked the bear. He made a comment about we're going to whoop that. And then I'm just like, Pop, as long as you bet the league, I know you just try to be funny or whatever, but Embiid got the last slack. We just poked the bear. But, yeah, Embiid's just, like you said, the main thing, staying healthy. And what can you say about Mr. Maxey? I never thought I would thank Harden, but thank you, Harden, because Maxey still would have been playing, second fiddle, if you want to say, if Harden didn't get traded. But Maxey's just stepped his game up, too. But
Harden didn't need to be here.
He didn't. From the door, he didn't.
Harden didn't need to be here.
Nah.
No. I saw it from the get-go. 'Cause all of us have said it. he wore his welcome out even when he started out with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They had a good team, Durant and Westbrook, as you can remember, Pastor Nick. But he wore his welcome out. So kudos to the Clippers. Let him go out there to the West Coast and whatever. But that's all I have, fellas. Bishop, me and I will be back real soon. You got my word on that. Leon sends his love.
I believe the love from Leon. Amen.
Right.
Talk to you, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 866-743-8267, 866-744 Evans. This is On Point. We're going to Tom from Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing, Pastor Nick?
Doing great, man. Good to hear from you.
Thanks. I was calling really to give Pastor Nick a hard time about, does he really know who Ron Jaworski was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he knows.
He's a student of the game.
He's a student of the game. He's a football aficionado.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's
okay.
and he's a historian or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, come on.
Well, you're talking about Harding coming. Harding came for that trade to get rid of, I can't think of his name now. But that was, in that little trade, that was a good deal. Because they lost that big contract with the guy who wouldn't shoot.
He still ain't shooting.
Oh, the guy that's up in New York now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Australia.
So, that Harding thing.
Yeah.
That Harding thing.
And he's hurt all the time, but he's making good money.
Is he?
Yeah, he never plays with make good money. I don't know why. What's his name?
Yeah.
What was it about him? And I couldn't figure out what it was about him. They knew when they drafted him that he could not shoot an outside shot. And maybe I'm being naive, but if I'm paying you millions of dollars, why can't I shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the worst part was he was afraid, it looked like.
He was afraid, yeah.
When it was just right in his face. And,
Because he had no confidence in his shot.
Yeah.
yeah.
That one time when he went to, he could have laid it up or passed it, and everybody looked at him like, dude, you were right there. He just,
He's, I don't know.
Ben Simmons, there it is. Ben
Simmons, yeah. He was what they call a bust, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he's making money.
I think
Oh, yeah.
Harding was a
Look,
good
I'll send
deal
it. You
when
pay
they
me
made
$10
that
million
trade.
to sit on the bench.
$10 million to sit on the bench?
I'll do it. I'll sit right there. Street clothes and everything. Come on,
And he was in his
Come
street
on.
clothes half the time.
Come on.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, Bishop, you guys are talking about good church, bad church, all that kind of stuff. I remember when I came to Bethany.
Yeah.
That's a mega church. Why are you going there?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I had a lot of people ask me, hey, why are you going to mega church?
They never been there.
First thing,
They had never been here, right?
first thing they said was, you never get to know those people. You'll never be part of it.
They didn't know what
And
they
I
were
will
talking
tell
about.
you this.
Yeah.
Get up off your butt, and I'm going to tell you, I remember this. Pastor Nick got in front of the church one day and goes, hey, I want one person from each pew to stand up. He goes, that's how many volunteers we have, not enough to hold the pew up. Point being, get you to volunteer, to do something. Only an hour.
Yeah.
Here, there, half hour.
Yeah.
And I remember this. I did Angel Food with my first before I did other stuff.
Okay.
But as soon as that happened, I was no longer bro. Pastor Nick was like, hey, Tom.
I think part of that is two things.
Go ahead.
And it's not an indictment against all.
Right.
But we've been to churches, small and large, but especially large churches where it feels cold,
Yeah, absolutely.
distant,
Yeah.
and we try to create an atmosphere of connection.
We've killed that stereotype.
Big church, small church
Yeah,
feel.
we killed that.
The second thing, I remember somebody told me years ago, she said, Pastor Nick, I don't know anybody here. And I said, the reason why you don't know anybody here, because as soon as church is over and class is over, you leave.
Yep.
She's like, you see that? Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, we see it.
That's why you don't know nobody, because, amen, you're out the door.
Like there's a fire in here and you got to get out. Yeah.
It's a double.
Yeah, it's like, come on, like,
It works both ways.
like you got to get involved.
You got to get involved. And it's not like we don't try to get people involved. We're always encouraging folk to get involved so they don't feel disconnected. So people disconnect themselves and then have this revelation, I don't feel connected. That's so silly.
Yeah, like, come on.
First, come to church.
Right.
You know, funny story time. So we've had this several times in 30 some years, but I had a member one time who only came to church like once every 2 months or so. And so during one of those hiatuses, she got sick. and she wondered. She called me. She said, and nobody called me. And I said, well, why would we call? She said, what do you mean I was sick? I said, you only come every 6 or 8 weeks. So we just thought you were doing what you always did.
Yo. You were on pattern.
And she was like, I said, so she had nothing to say. So I'm not there, but I want to be missed when I'm not there.
Yep. Yeah.
Silly.
My point is, it works both ways.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we tell people, something happened to you, call the church.
Yeah.
Don't sit home waiting for God to show us your face in a prayer. No, call the church. That's what the phone's for.
Right, exactly.
Too deep for their own good. What else? What's going on in Florida, man? I heard your boy dropped out?
He dropped out.
Kiss the ring.
And now, you know why, Bishop. Everybody's, that Indian guy ain't going to get it. I don't think Tim Scott, that's the toss-up.
Well,
Vice President job's looking real good.
Let me ask you a question. Can Tim Scott humiliate himself anymore?
Did you see? Oh,
If he shows his teeth a little bit more.
that was how you let him insult you to your face. But I love you.
Hey.
I'm not a fan of Tim Scott, but I felt something for him called compassion.
Yeah.
It was beyond me.
Yeah.
Well,
To your face.
And here's the thing. Trump is not going to pick Tim Scott.
No.
absolutely correct.
Yeah. And the Vivek guy, did you see the Iowa thing where the people said they didn't want to vote for Vivek because he reminds them of a Muslim and da-da-da-da.
Okay.
And I'm like, bruh, you talk about there's no, racism isn't that bad, and you're a part of you're trying to appeal to a people that don't accept you.
Absolutely.
Like Nikki
And
Haley.
Pastor Nick,
If there's no racism, use your real name.
What's her real
There
name?
was
Her
a
real name is
lot
like
of people-
Nimrata something.
Oh, she's got it.
Indian.
She's Indian, yeah.
Use
She's American
Yeah.
Indian.
Run by your real name.
She won't do that.
She won't, and tell people why your father had to teach at HBCU because the other schools wouldn't accept him. If racism wasn't that bad,
Because the other week she just said there wasn't any in America.
yeah. I didn't know she was Indian until a couple years ago. I thought she was a white woman. the whole time.
No. Girlfriend's American. It's either Iroquois or something. She's shown up American.
Her name is Nimrata something.
Yep.
and Pastor Nick, I'm glad you brought up her father had to teach at a HBCU because he couldn't go somewhere else there in Carolina. I didn't know it, let's say, until the last 6 months. That I had heard before, but I didn't realize she was Native American.
Well, the other thing that gets me is this. Not only is she Native American, how you going to be from South Carolina and say you don't know anything about slavery?
I know.
Yeah.
How's that work?
But she knows she didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
People are, the hypocrisy is just incredible to me.
Yep.
How do you, she's got the people that she is a native of.
Yeah. She's from India.
India.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people that she's a native of, but they have a class system in India.
Yep.
That you never escape. I mean, never.
Yeah. My grandma went. She told me about it.
I don't care how much money you have, education you have, wealth. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That caste system has you solidly locked where you are.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, we've seen it with Black Americans too, where you can pass for white, and you choose
To do it. Yeah.
Because you.
Especially in a time when you weren't going to make it any other way, you didn't think.
Yep.
So I don't know, Tom. I think you've got to hide who you are to run for something. Like, how does Tim Scott say that? He lives in South Carolina, talking about there's no slavery.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
One of the where most of it started.
Come on, man.
I mean, the sense of the
Come
Civil
on,
War
man.
and all that.
I mean,
like,
he looks crazy every time he says it.
I know. I know.
Considering South Carolina is a state that started it all, the war and everything else.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on.
If you notice his eyes every time he says that, he looks like he's getting ready to run off the platform.
Yeah.
Because he knows, he's like, it's this, I'm getting ready to say something that's going to be totally crazy, but let me say it anyway.
Yep.
but he wants a VP, just not going to happen. I think it's either going to be
he's not,
my guy here in Florida.
The Republican Party has traditionally put a black guy in the running, just trying to appeal to some of the silly people that actually think the Republican Party has them on their hearts, and they don't.
They don't.
They just want their vote.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got friends that are Republicans, so I'm not talking about what I heard.
Yeah.
I'm talking about conversations that we've had to have, very pointed conversations. I've served on boards with Republicans, some of them my friends. So we've had some very, very poignant conversations about, party stance, what they stand for, and I've learned a lot from people who are actually in the party. Some very, very conservative, some a little more liberal than others, but I know both kinds.
Yep.
Tom, it's good to hear from you, man.
Hey, likewise. Guys have a great day, and happy birthday.
Stay strong.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk to
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Can y'all really turn this down? My headset down some. It's really loud.
Yours is loud?
When the people call in, yeah.
Okay,
They can help me out.
mine's good.
Thank you.
My ears are older than yours, so
No,
perhaps I'm needing it.
No.
Robin!
Good morning, Bishop.
How you doing, Robin? How are you?
Good. Again, happy birthday. Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank
You're going
you.
to look a day over 50.
Thank you.
I feel weeks over 50, though.
I know. Hey, the spirit's willing, but the flesh is
Yeah,
Right.
sometimes, girl, sometimes.
not. I know, but God is keeping you healthy for a reason.
What's happening down there in Bear, Delaware today?
Oh, well, it's a lot of fog, but other than that, I'm home. I had my grandkids here for the weekend.
Oh,
so
my.
I know, right?
Oh, my.
Really let them know my age.
Oh, my. Girl, you're going to be busy. They don't stop.
I know, right? He just, Julian's 8 today, Kira's
Yeah.
6, so
Wow.
Whew.
I know time is flying.
Look.
But Pastor Nick,
Ma'am.
welcome back. We missed you. You know I missed you.
Miss y'all too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We missed you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
But Bishop, I want to first say regarding Bible study,
Yes.
thank you for teaching on the importance and the meaning of being in the wilderness,
Okay.
and as far as the kingdom
Yeah.
is in us.
Yep.
I'm like, I've never had any of this kind of teaching, and it
Okay.
just amazes me that I'm hearing it now. I'm like, I've missed a lot, but I want to just, say thank you for that.
Well, I think you're understanding it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then once you read, the Bible plan, that's
Mhm.
helping me as well.
Yeah.
Something as well. But I have a question.
Yeah.
It was mentioned, I'm trying to remember where I saw it. Was the Civil War the cause of slavery?
Yes.
No,
Wow.
Civil War was the result of slavery.
It was.
Okay.
They tried to make it states' rights, but it was all about slavery.
Yeah,
The
that-
states' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I told them.
Okay.
It's the states' rights to own slaves.
Right.
And they act like it wasn't.
Yeah. Black folk were property then. They called them chattel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they actually were, like you put a lien on your house.
Mm.
They could put a lien on your slaves.
Yep.
Wow.
So they were security deposit on things.
Mhm. Right.
It's crazy, man.
I know.
Wow. Have you heard about the Tesla issue that's going on? First, one of the robots attacked a worker, and now
Get
they're
out of here,
calling-
Rob. Get out of here. Come on,
You
Robin.
serious?
Come on, Robin.
For real,
Come on, go. Where you hear this stuff?
Look, I'm telling you, but you know what? He kept it under wrap because it happened in 2021. Somebody put the videos out on YouTube, so it's been talked about. And I actually looked at the video, and they showed the worker where he was bloody and whatnot. Plus, now they're recalling over 200,000 Teslas because of the reverse camera.
What about it?
It's when people put it in reverse, it's not the backup camera is not working, as well as the autopilot is not working.
Oh, really?
And then some of the Teslas, they couldn't charge because when you notice the push button,
Yeah.
it was frozen. People couldn't even get in their car. The chargers wasn't charging, was working. It's been a mess with Tesla.
Now I'm not a social media guy, like I should be, I guess. But for some reason, and Pastor Nick, you help me with this. when Musk bought Twitter, they changed the X. The site doesn't seem to work as well as it used to.
No, he let go of a bunch of people.
Okay.
He put it out there to buy it and did this, then wanted to get out of it and didn't do it. He didn't want to do it in the first place, but they cut a bunch of people, and he's trying to get stuff. Intelligence doesn't always cross over into
wisdom.
Yeah, into every market. You got to know where your intelligence
doesn't mean you're wise.
Right. Being able to run this doesn't mean you can run that.
But on the other hand, he's had so much success that he rightfully believes that whatever he's going to approach, he can make successful, and he can buy his way in, and he can force his way through. But it just doesn't work like that in real life.
No, not at all.
But he's lost what you and I would see 10 or 12 fortunes. Yeah. And it doesn't bother him. It's just money for him.
Oh yeah. I mean, you grew up with money.
Yeah, he's comfortable in that atmosphere.
You keep on, and things keep happening. You're gonna keep losing more money. I always say the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just.
He's gonna write some of that off you. Watch.
Oh yeah, he's fine. I know. Anytime,
Pastor Nick, what Bishop said about you at Bible study, I just want to ditto that. Everything he said about you is true. You're an awesome teacher.
Oh, thank you.
You're humble. Your personality, your humor, and I agree with Bishop.
Oh, thank
Hashtag you. Agree.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I forget what I said, but if it was that, it sounds good.
It was just the Dallas thing about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, certain doors not opening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you're right. You wonder why certain doors God don't want you to be in.
Yes, sir. And you see it.
Yeah. Imagine all the stuff we're isolated from, insulated from.
Oh yeah.
Because of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't understand it at the time.
Right. You thank God.
Yeah, man. You look back and say, okay, I see what you were doing.
Right. Yeah.
like a parent putting the kid in the playpen and the kid protesting.
Yep.
You don't understand what's going on out here.
Yeah. Yep.
It's amazing. What Tom was saying about the mega church, I know when I first came to Bethany, I was like, this is the first time I've been in, a big church. But like what Pastor Nick said, it may be big, but what did you say, Pastor Nick?
Small church feel.
Right. I mean, the love. And to meet people, hey, hi, how are you this morning?
That's all you got to do.
My name is, and that's what I did.
That's all you got to do.
Good morning. My name is Robin.
That's all you got to do.
Just introduce yourself. But, I'm just thankful for Bethany. I'm just thankful for y'all.
God bless you, man.
Yeah, but that's all I had. But who you think is going to win tomorrow, Pastor Nick?
I don't know, because I hope
Kansas don't go Super Bowl.
Me neither. The Ravens.
You don't want the Chiefs to go?
No. The Ravens, and I like Patrick Mahomes. I like Andy Reid.
Okay.
Part of me doesn't want because I'm so sick of them showing Taylor Swift throughout the whole game. Nothing against her. It's just.
Well, who's she going with now?
She's dating one of the Chiefs players.
One of the Eagles players?
One of the Chiefs players. Okay. So they show her all. I'm like, can y'all just stick to the game? I'm a football purist. But anyway. But I want Lamar to win a Super Bowl.
I want the Ravens to win.
I want Lamar to win a Super Bowl because, like I said, from the beginning, you had all these detractors.
Okay.
And he wins the MVP and the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's going to say a lot.
It'll shut some folk up, too.
Yeah, it'll say a lot. But I also want Detroit to win because they've been their first time in the conference championship game.
Are they doing well?
Yeah, they're going to play the 49ers. Tough game.
49ers can play.
Yeah, but Detroit, if they go to their first Super Bowl ever and they win it, it's either way. I'm cool. I just want a good game.
Who's the quarterback in Detroit?
Jared Goff. He was the guy at the Rams. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about all the changes that the Eagles are doing?
They need them. They need to. We said it before. Winning covers a lot of flaws.
It's true.
And as soon as them flaws was uncovered,
yep,
they went 1-6 the rest of the season. And they had to make some. And I give it to Jeffrey Lurie and them. Look, we got to fix this. Own it. You made a mistake picking these people. Fix it.
Yeah.
Move on.
So do you think part of that is the fact that NFL coaches specialize in figuring out why you're beating us? Mm-hmm. And I think when they were new and fresh, it was a surprise to everybody. It took them a season to catch up. And now the coaches have caught up with them.
Yeah. And you got new young coordinators that know what they're doing. And if you have a young head coach, you need some older people around them to help. If you got an older head coach, bringing some young people to know it works with both ages. That's what got Belichick in trouble. he was known for always bringing in these young new guys.
True.
And then as he got older, he started bringing in his older guys, and that's why he ain't got no job today. And I'm, you know.
Why they didn't hire Deuce Staley? I know he was upset about that. He thought he was going to get, I forgot which job he was trying to get.
They never said why. They never said why.
They never said why.
Okay, Rob, we got to go.
All right, well, y'all have a blessed day.
Talk,
Y'all tomorrow.
talk
Love
to
you guys. Y'all
Bye-bye.
be safe out there.
All right, now.
Bye-bye.
866-743-8267. 866-74 Evans. Give us a call. This is On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call and talk show in America. Danny from Lauderhill. Hey, Dan.
Danny.
Bishop, good morning.
Morning.
Pastor Nick, how's everyone?
What's going on, man?
All right, I hear you got a little rain of condensation going on.
Doc, we got rain. We had the song, Didn't It Rain?
Right.
Didn't
Right.
it?
It's been warmer.
And they're calling for more rain today, right?
I think it's tomorrow. It's going to rain all day tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say congratulations on your birthday.
Thank you,
It's so nice, and may you have many, many more.
Thank you.
And we're congratulating you. Pastor Nick, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
See you too.
And,
Absolutely.
and one thing I want you to talk about and set us straight on something.
Okay.
We just seem to have step back in time. Something happened last week when the talking about the debates and what have you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this politely, Mr. Scott. What's going? What's happening?
He sold his soul.
Yeah.
He actually thinks he's going to be vice president.
Yeah.
Trump's not going to have that.
Nope. No. Not at all.
Good morning, thanks.
Yeah, I was.
You crossed over, Crystal. You crossed over, Crystal. Okay, here we go. Is that you, Danny? We got you back now?
Yeah, I'm back now.
Yeah, we're watching a man sell himself out just in case he might get chosen, and it ain't going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen. He's doing it for absolutely nothing.
Yep.
But it's painful to me to see him sell. I mean, they said, he couldn't become vice president unless you're married. He went out and got engaged as a response.
Right.
Now, what's the woman that he's with thinking about that?
Yeah, I know. Unless she's on to, she's
But
going
I
to play and make the
understand.
most
But I
of this.
understand she's a Caucasian woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
She's going to make the most of this.
that's unbelievable.
It's hard for me to see Trump even giving him a cabinet position.
He wouldn't do it.
He doesn't respect him.
No, he doesn't do it.
No.
I don't recall him, except for Ben Carson, and putting him in a position that Mr. Carson really didn't have any expertise. He was a world-class neurosurgeon, specializing in separating conjoined twins. I mean, guy was world-class. I think his hand started to betray him, so he had to step away from that. But Tim Scott didn't have a shot.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
But it's it's disgusting.
It is. I felt bad. First I was like, this. I felt bad. A mixture of feeling bad for him, pity,
Okay.
but also like, no pity, bro. You come on. You got to man up a little bit.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So Dan, you still there? I think we lost Danny
Yeah,
too.
we lost Danny too.
Okay. Call me back, Dan. Call back. And I can't let him go. Yeah, I can't let him go. Dan, are you there?
Hello, Bishop.
Who's this? Oh man, we
the
losing.
line just crossing on the sun.
We having some. Hello.
Yeah, this is Danny from Lauderhill.
Okay. Hey, Dan. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got you back. How you doing, man?
Okay, pretty good.
So I just think Tim Scott has decided he's willing to sacrifice everything for the possibility, but he's not going to get it. They don't want him.
Now, what has happened? If you notice, everyone from the very beginning, they never did challenge the former president on any topics at all. They tried to distance themselves from that.
Right.
Now there's a big race to see who's going to get that nod for vice.
Right.
That's what everybody's doing, including the person that I told you about from the beginning, who is supposed to be our governor, who doesn't spend any time here, and all the things are falling apart here in Florida.
Yeah. I think based on, now I don't know Trump personally, but based on some pattern recognition, I can't see him choosing anyone that's being suggested to him.
Yep.
Like, I don't see him doing that. Because I thought Pence was out of left field. I didn't think, I didn't know what, but he chose Pence to give him the evangelical vote. Scott's not going to get that for him. Nikki Haley's not going to get that for him. The guy, what's his name? I don't want to disrespect him. The guy that looks like he's from India. That guy is not going to be him. So he's got to get someone that's kind of starchy. Yep. That's, says they believe in the Bible. But somebody who's going to be allied to him. Now, Pence saw that allegiance to Donald Trump doesn't mean Donald Trump is going to be faithful to you. Yep. He found that out in the worst way. But, what are you going to do? I don't know. Yeah. Go ahead, man. What else you got, Danny?
Okay, one other thing, and I'm going to get off the line, is that I look forward to First Sunday. I was so filled the past First Sunday, something that I noticed.
Okay.
I saw a fire developing.
Okay.
With the kids.
Yes, sir.
How they enjoyed that service.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it made us feel so good to see that. And then you have the expression "catch the fire."
Yeah.
I caught the fire just observing them. I said that is so wonderful.
Yeah, we like what God is doing with our kids. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's happening throughout. They're getting involved in ministry, and I just found out that they're all in. I called right after the meeting. I called mine and said, "Look, choir's coming open. They've been waiting." I said, "Dance ministry, what you want to do?" And then when I told Chan about the lights, I want to run the lights, Daddy. Okay. So I'm gonna have to bring him to the training session and see if he has an aptitude. If he doesn't, then we're not going to continue with it. But we got to give him a chance anyway.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. He's quite brilliant with these technical things.
Yeah. These kids are, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just.
And thank you all again for putting the emphasis on First Sunday, because it was something that in the United States we have lost.
Absolutely.
But thank you for observing it, and that's why you're so successful in keeping those things: prayer, church, meetings, and what have you. Yeah. And thank you. And number one, the family. Thank you again.
I think that communion in a lot of places, even churches that I've been a part of, have been placed as an add-on, and people brag about how quick it gets done.
Yes.
So there's no spirituality in it at all. It's a convenience.
Yep.
So you got to lose the power. It's become common.
Yeah. A lot of Protestant churches, they took it away. They took the importance of it away.
Right. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Bishop.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Pastor Nick.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
866-743-8267. 866-743-8267. We're going to Marcus, Tallulah, South Carolina, and then we're going to Christina. So Marcus is online for. Good morning, Marcus. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. It is my honor to speak to you and to be able to tell
my
you
man.
happy birthday.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you.
And I thank the good Lord for giving it to you.
Yes, I do too, man. I do too. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, sir.
How's things at church?
Hello to Pastor Smith as well.
Good morning.
The church is fine, but we had some of that New Jersey weather down here last week, and what a difference a week can make. It was 28.
It was cold all over.
Down here.
Yeah, 28 in South Carolina?
It was cold all over.
Oh, it was cold down here.
What did you all do?
Oh, we got in our pickup trucks, and we still went to church.
28.
We just had to wear a little bit more clothes.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. I'm sure you did at 28 degrees.
But we got in our trucks, and we still went to church, and we had church just the same.
You guys found out the heat worked in your truck, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the heat worked.
Sir. And I just want to say before I get off the phone that I want to be able to put the first $20 towards getting you to that 2024 Olympics in France.
Yeah.
That what?
The Olympics in France.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's this year, yeah.
Go,
yeah.
I want you to go. So there's two people right there.
My bucket list, man.
Agreeing, and Reverend White said we should do it. So we can do it.
That might be fun.
And you did an excellent job running solo 2 weeks ago, Bishop.
They pulled me out of retirement, man. Yeah. They pulled me out of retirement.
Went by. I think Pastor Smith would have to just try to find it.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you again.
God bless you, Marcus.
For being around for another birthday. Thank the good Lord for giving you one, and you look good.
Thank you, man.
Tell God if you want another mountain.
I know that's right.
God's good, man. Tell your pastor I said hello, please.
I will do just that, and thank you for everything you do for the kingdom.
God bless you now. Talk to you soon.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Going to Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hello, how you doing?
Fine, Christina. How are you? Good morning. Welcome to On Point.
Happy birthday, Bishop.
Thank you. Thank you. What's your comment today?
I was calling to comment on what you were talking about earlier about the church and not being as effective. I think part of the reason is there's a lot of church conformity.
Okay. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Like the church wants to be like the world.
Oh yeah, too much. Too much.
So they're not being very effective in those respects. Plus, also, I think too, to resonate more so with young people, I think the church needs to kind of go back to a lot of its roots in terms of activism, kind of like in the days of Martin Luther King. Because, for example, there's like a young man in Texas who's been going through this battle with his school because of his dreadlocks in his hair. And, you know, he hasn't been to actual school since he's been, quote-unquote, suspended, and, you know, the parents are suing and everything. But it's just almost like you don't hear anything from, you know, I would say, famous preachers, so to speak, you know, trying to, you know, rally the community and bring support like those days of old. So it's almost
What city is he in?
I believe this is in Houston, Texas. This has been going on for a while.
It's been going on we talked about it a couple of years ago.
I can guarantee you that some of the guys I know in Houston have been in the politicians' faces. But they're not. One of the things that I've found is that a lot of us have cultivated these political relationships and are able to put leverage on certain situations, like our church, very influential politically, but not because we are comfortable with it, but because we have to be in order to work on behalf of the people. But a lot of times what you'll find is that the last thing the media wants to do is highlight the fact that an organization like ours is involved in a cause. But our social ministry has been and will continue to be very people involved, and we get a lot of wonderful results. And sometimes we have to pull some political levers to get it done. But I think there's a generalization because the publicity is not like it used to be. But some of that is purposeful. And then a lot of times, like in our situation, I remember when Clinton came to town. And of course, I went to the rally, and I just saw a picture of me and Mrs. Clinton on social media recently.
Okay.
So I went to the rally, and President Clinton said, "I'm so glad to see my friend David Evans, Bishop David Evans here, blah blah blah." And you would have thought that I had painted a target on my back.
I know.
You know, and you know, of course, I talked to one of the staff people later. I said, you know, I need you guys not to do that anymore because I had to fight for like 6 months from people that were just attacking because they thought I had favor.
Yeah.
I like to do my stuff
quietly. Yes.
Quietly. As a friend of mine said recently, I climb my mountains at night.
Yes.
So when the dawn comes, I'm already at the top of the mountain, and you can't do anything about it. But I think I get your point. I think a lot of times, the activist part of the church is more of it doesn't have a national look like it used to. Whereas there's still a lot of guys I know that are very involved, like ourselves, but that national, everybody rallying behind one cause does not happen. And I'm not sure, I know I'm running on a little bit, I'm not sure whether the civil rights movement and dreadlocks falls in the same category. I think that is civil rights movement was a more pervasive issue that the church had to deal with versus style issues. But I'm hoping, and I know guys in Houston, and I know they're not passive. Yeah. So I know they're doing something, but if the media is not getting them the heat that they want, there's a lot of times that is, you have to manage that outcome. That's what I'm trying to say. But I know guys down there, and they're just as aggressive as wildcats. They don't let stuff go. Yeah,
it's just like Chicago.
Yes.
What are the churches doing in Chicago?
Yeah.
Then you come to find out they're doing a whole lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
It's just the media is not covering what they're trying to do.
One of the guys I know, he's doing a phenomenal job community-wide. Violence, pregnancy, poverty, and the only time it gets shown is if he displays it on his media sites.
Yep.
Doesn't happen any other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, and that was all I had.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling us, Christina.
No problem.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 866-743-8267. We got Sylvia from Florida. Hi, Sylvia.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to On Point.
Welcome. The question that I wanted to ask you is about Texas versus Biden.
Texas
and the
versus
war that is getting
the border thing.
Rage.
The border issue. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
The war that is getting ready to be waged in Texas. And you got 25 states backing the governor of Texas. You have Biden getting ready to. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I want to ask you about Texas versus Biden.
Yeah, we heard that part. What's your question?
Okay. What do you think this is going to cause Biden to have trouble in the election because he won't secure the borders?
That's all.
Well, it's not.
He's securing
First
the
off,
borders,
he's securing it. The other thing that people are being misled about, Sylvia, is that there's legislation in front of people to improve the border piece, but the legislation is being rejected because it includes the foreign aid. And what they're willing to do is let the border remain a problem. And this was brought out last couple of days. Romney said something about this. They want the border to remain a problem so they can use it against President Biden. When Biden has a legislation in front of them saying, come on, let's do this so we can improve the border situation as well as help our European allies. And the Republicans just don't want to do it. So they've made it purely political, which really blows my mind. They're willing for the border situation to fester, and willing for millions, thousands of people to be killed in
Texas.
Not in Texas, but overseas. Ukraine. Yes. They're willing for that to happen just so they can have what they think is going to be political leverage against Biden when the election comes. But now they've done the wrong thing. It's now their own people are saying, this is the wrong thing to do. You can't do this. The bill makes sense. Pass the bill. Don't use it to hurt the president when it's going to really hurt people. So you've got, but they're using this thing as a political leverage. That's all.
That's all it is.
You know, he's done all he can do. The two houses have to pass the bill.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so glad you called us, Sylvia. This is your first time.
Yes, sir. I listen to you every Saturday.
God bless you, honey.
God bless you, too. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that brings us to the close of another program. That went by very quickly. We've got about 38 seconds. Tomorrow, we want you to join us at 8 a.m. virtual, 11 a.m. live here at the Plaza in Lindenwold, New Jersey. Our Bible studies are midweek church services, noon on Wednesday, 7 p.m. On Thursday, you don't want to miss either one, depending on your schedule. If you want news updates, you text BBC News to 28950. You want some inspirational messages, BBC Elevate to 28950. We love to pray with you, so send your prayer requests to social at gotobethany.com, and we ask you to subscribe to our YouTube platform, David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Now, we got to get out of here. Remember now, see you tomorrow. We love for you to join us. Yeah. Get in your car and come to church and be with us and have what we believe is an encounter with God. Yeah. Remember, for Pastor Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. This has been On Point, and we'll see you next time.